Hi guys, it's Beth from Bourbon Creek Crafts here with you all today. And today I'm going to be making a fun card, and I'm using two different paper collections from Scrapping for Less. One sheet from the Rustic Watermelon and two sheets from the Cool Treats paper collection. And I'm also going to be using the Give a Hoot stamp set by Scrapping for Less. And I'm going to do some paper piecing today. And I'm going to paper piece that cute little owl. So I'm going to stamp this out like in three different places, the owl. And you see me, I first tried to stamp it on the back of that brown polka dot pattern because I was worried it wouldn't show up very well. But then I realized as I stamped it, I wanted some of the line detail to show up on the brown part. So I flipped it over and just stamped it several times to make sure it was a clear image. And then I stamped it on the pink polka dot and then on some white. So this plaid piece, which is from the Rustic Watermelon collection, is going to be my card mat, and I just cut it 4 1/8 by 5 3/8 to fit an A2 size card. So here I'm doing my first bit of fussy cutting. I do a lot of fussy cutting in this video, so I have tried to speed that up to make the video not so long, but I wanted to make sure that the eyes were white, and then I also wanted to be able to color in the claws and the beak, orange. Like, that's the one part of this owl that would look fairly normal. So that's why I stamped on some white cardstock. And then here I am cutting out the main owl. This will be like the main piece of the owl out of that brown polka dot. And the two polka dot patterns are the ones from the Cool Treats paper collection. So now I'm just focusing on like the belly feathers of the owl. And I do leave the eyes just so I can make sure that there's not going to be a gap there. So once I have everything cut out, I use some art glitter glue to start layering my pieces together. And I got that first part glued down, and we'll let that dry. And then I realized I wanted to kind of clean up the black edges around the eyes there, just so that the white wasn't showing through. And then I do the same thing on the talons, I guess, not really claws, but talons of the owl. So now I'm ready to glue the eyeballs down. And there's my cute little owl. I love the color pink, and so I was trying to figure out, I love owls too, so I was trying to figure out how I wanted to use the stamp set, and I thought it would be really cute to paper piece a little pink and brown owl, because I love that color combination. And who says owls have to be neutral colors like browns and grays and whites? So now that I have everything glued down, I'm going to come in with an orange alcohol marker and just do basic coloring. I'm not doing any kind of shading. I'm just doing some basic coloring on his talons and beak. I'm going to say it's a her because she's pink. And actually, if you have any kids who have ever read the Owl Diaries books, this is what this owl reminds me of, the owls from Owl Diaries. But anyway, I also decided I want to pull in one of the little flowers from the stamp set. I wanted to use the pink polka dot paper. So I do stamp on the back side of the pink polka dot paper this time because I don't want the line detail. I just want the pink flower. And then I decided to go with Your Hoot sentiment from that stamp set as well. So here I'm fussy cutting out each of those flowers. The one bad thing about cutting from the back side is it's not as clean of an image as if you cut from the front side. But like I said, I didn't want the line detail. I just wanted the focus to be on the polka dot flowers for this part. And I wish I really could cut this fast. It would save so much time. So my flowers are done, and I kind of put my card together and realized I want to put a white background on the owl. So I pull out the Mod die set from Scrapping for Less and use the largest rectangle, which is like a stitched rectangle, and decide to layer my owl on that. And then I also realized that even though I had stamped out my sentiment before, that I think it would look best if it was just directly on that white piece. So I do stamp my sentiment again at the bottom of that rectangle, and then we'll glue my owl down. Let that dry for a sec. And then we'll apply that to the card, and then can arrange the little flowers that I fussy cut around the owl. So I just used some art glitter glue to glue these little flowers down. And I wanted to add something to the center of them. And so I dug through my stash and I found some kind of like milky white enamel dots that I had left from a previous Flavor of the Month kit. So I pulled those out, and I only had 2 of the large dots left. So I used one of the large dots on that flower in the top right, and then in the bottom left corner there, I used a smaller dot for the bottom-most flower and then a larger dot for the top flower. And then I thought the owl was so cute, I decided to pull in the smallest owl from the stamp set just to add a little something to the inside of my card. And then to give the owl a little bit dimension, I'm going to use some glossy accents to color in the little eyes for the owl. So once it's dried, it'll be nice and glossy and pretty. So here is the finished card once the glossy accents have dried. But thank you guys so much for watching. I will link any of the Scrapping for Less products that are available in the description box below. And I hope you guys enjoyed this project, and we'll see you again soon.